was ours. We ruled this land. We owned the night. But man rose up against us. We were overthrown. For centuries, hidden away in darkness. Tortured by thirst. Choking down dust. Starving. Until now, our hunt begins again.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a game called V Rising. Now, this is a new vampire survival game developed and published by Stunlock Studios. And we're just going to do a quick review. Let's see if it's worth playing. I've played a little bit of it, did a stream a little bit ago, played a little bit off camera and everything, and it's addicting to me. I enjoy it. It is in early access. You can get it on Steam right now for $19.99, which is a really good price for everything that you can do right now. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. And we'll kind of show you guys what we have here. So there's three different ways you can play. Online play, you can host a dedicated server, you can go to a private game, but we're going to jump into online play. You can see here we have 1 to 4 player PvE, so this is just you and the NPCs in the game, the enemies and everything like that. You have 3 to 4 players PvP basically, so each server is going to have about anywhere from 24 to 40 players. And from what I've heard from PvP right now, I haven't tried it out yet, but it's pretty difficult if you don't have a group. So if you're looking for a vampire survival game to play with some of your friends, this is probably going to be it. So you have PvP, you have duo PvP, and then you have full loot PvP. So we're just going to jump in, pick this one, find servers, and you can see the different servers here. They're going to tell you the activity, crowded, medium, sparse, whatever. And you can hover over this, it's going to say standard settings. Previously played on this one. It's going to show you the basic server info over here, so how many vampires are in there, your ping, everything like that. Pretty basic stuff. We're going to go in. All right, and here we are in the game. So you can see right now we've done quite a bit in the game. There's a lot of progression starting off very early. The beginning of the game can be a little difficult if you don't know what to do. So double check your buttons, everything you need to do for that. But your key here is going to be this journal up here. This is going to show you everything you need to do starting off. It's going to tell you, build your weapons, craft armor, hunt these enemies. To be able to do that, you're going to get resources. So there is the survival aspect, which you have crafting. You have base building, obviously here. There's a lot of different crafting little things here. So you have a sawmill, you have a furnace, you have a grinder, you have a castle heart. Now this is going to be to build your castle. You can craft storage, you can craft a blood altar. The blood altar is going to be something that's going to be required for progression. So the only way to really progress through the game is by doing the quest. It's going to give you a certain quest to do, and as you do that, you're going to progress, gain not levels, but your gear has levels. So you're going to progress your gear and continue to get better gear, and then progress on to fight more difficult enemies. So basically, you are a vampire, and you can see here, it is daytime. You can see we have our little calendar here, and it should be getting ready to kick over to the blood moon here. We have a map up here. M is going to be your map here as well, so you can see you're going to start out down here, and that's going to just be your little tutorial area. There's going to be rats and some weak creatures just to kind of get the feel of the game. And then you'll go into this area, and you can see how big it is right now. So there's a lot to do, a lot to explore, and here we are at the blood moon. You can see this blood moon buff. So boost the effects of your current blood type by 20% and increase your movement speed by 10%. So with the blood type, there's 2 major things in the game. Obviously, you're a vampire, so you don't want to be caught out in the daylight. It will burn you, it will hurt you, and it can kill you. Another thing you have to do to survive is feast on blood. So you can see our little bottle down here, our blood pool rather, 3.5 out of 10 liters. So you're going to fight different creatures. And since it's nighttime, we can go out here and show you guys. You're going to want to go out and find different creatures and basically take their blood. You can see right now it says Louis creature 27%. So each creature is going to have a different blood type, or each NPC, enemy, whatever you want to call it, humans, creatures, stuff like that. So these guys right here are going to have different blood types. I'm going to go over here and just kill them, and it'll show you their blood types. So 6% right there. So what you want to do, your blood will not stack. But what you can do, we'll go ahead and kill this guy over here and see if we can't change his blood type. So 3%, not as good. You're going to hit F and feed. It's going to drink up your blood. So we have rogue blood here. Now it's going to fill up your pool. If your pool gets down to 0, you're basically dead. And you can see, depending on the quality of the blood right there, blood quality 3%. So we're in tier 1. If we have 10 to 20% chance to critical strike on weapon attacks, you get to tier 2, you get another bonus. You get to tier 3, another bonus, 4, 5, and so on. So each different enemy is going to have a different quality of blood. And again, you're going to need blood and to avoid the sun to survive. So we can see here, if we can get over here, now we can feed on this deer, and now we're going to get 9%. Now this is going to be creature blood as opposed to rogue blood. So you can see that now each time it's going to each time you drink blood from a creature, it's going to refill your blood pool, which you need to survive. So with that, that's the two major points. Crafting, you're going to have your, you can go ahead and bring up your character right here. And this is a different gear. You can craft right here. You don't have to go to a crafting station for some of these things right here. So this is going to be your basic gear that you're going to craft starting out. You have some healing salves right here, some of this stuff. Now to craft the higher tier stuff, that's when you're going to get into the base building. And it's going to tell you that pretty early on. You'll build a base. You won't have any roofs yet when you start out, so you will have to hide in the corners to avoid the sun. But that's going to tell you to craft a castle heart, and you're going to have to use these essences right here to keep your castle going. Basically, it's going to fuel all of your crafting stations there. So one of the big things is the progression of the game. You're going to have all these different abilities right here. These are all going to be unlocked as you progress through the game, and to do that, it's going to go back to crafting. You're going to have to craft a blood altar here. And this is basically the story right here. So you're going to have to get this blood altar, and you're going to track these different bosses, so to say, and you're going to gain their power. So you kill the wolf, you'll get the wolf power, and you can see it tells you right there. Increase your movement speed by 45%. And you can see the different levels of these too. So your gear level should be at or above that. You can kill them with lower level stuff. It's just going to be more difficult. And then you can see all the way down here how many different ones there are right here to go through. So super cool right there. The crafting is pretty simple. All the buttons and everything are very simple to get. So you're going to see here, you have the fundamentals. You're going to set up your border. So your border is going to be your base basically, and nobody else can build on that area in PvE or PvP as far as I know. You're going to build your walls. You can unlock different coffins, lights, universal stuff. You have gargoyles here, stairs. And then you get into building your castle. You have different castle walls, windows, wallpapers. And the more stuff you unlock, the more elaborate and extravagant you can make your castle. And then the more crafting stations you get, you're going to be able to craft more higher tiered items and resources to go further on with your crafting. So you can see here, there's a lot of stuff here, golden jewelry, all kinds of stuff. The inventory and everything's pretty big. You have a lot of slots, and a lot of the stuff stacks. You can see here to 250. Some of the other resources will stack up to 500, which is really cool. One of the great things about your storages right here is you're going to see this sort. So you can sort, and it's going to auto sort everything nice and neat for you. So we can do that. Bam. Very nice. The progression overall is really simple. I think anybody that's played a survival game before, or if you're familiar with like Diablo or maybe even some MMOs, if you've played some of those, or RPG games, it's pretty self-explanatory to figure things out. So basically, you'll figure this out as you're going along. You'll see other actual players doing the same thing. In PvE, you can't attack them. In PvP, you can. So it's going to be your choice up to whether you want to do PvP or PvE. Now, you can host a dedicated server, and you can have people from your Discord or whatever come and join you. You guys can all play PvE in the same game, or you can play PvP in the same game. Make it a little bit more fun to challenge each other. Overall, I think so far, just about the 8 hours that I've put into it, it's been really fun getting into the crafting and unlocking different recipes to increase basically your wealth as a vampire is really cool. One of the cool things too, when you first start out, you are going to create your own look for your vampire, basically. So you can see here, we just have our typical vampire looking guy, and the armor and everything has its own different appearances as you upgrade it. So a lot of different weapons, a lot of different abilities. Like I said, go back to our abilities here. So all of these are interchangeable. You're gonna have 2 basic abilities, and then you have 1 travel ability right here. And then eventually you'll have ultimate ability. Now I don't know how much of this is available in the game right now, but for an early access game to kick off like this, it seems to have a lot that you can do. At some point, obviously, they're going to be doing updates during the early access portion of the game, and those may be few and far between. Probably every couple months is what a lot of the early access games try to do right now. So if you burn through everything, you can either just craft, maybe try out PvP, do PvE, find some different stuff, or just play a different game in general until another update comes through. But you can see the abilities and everything of how much they're going to be putting into this game, and it looks really promising. They also do have DLC available, so there's going to be dropping DLCs. They already have 2 DLCs during early access right now. Mainly, those are basically just cosmetic, and it's a way to support the game so they can continue making it, I guess. But overall, I think it's a really good game, and I highly recommend it, especially for the $19.99 price tag. You get it now at early access. Who knows if the price goes up down the road. But right now, you're going to get a lot of time out of just playing this game by yourself or even with friends. So that is V Rising, available for $19.99 on Steam, like I said. And go out and check it out if it looks like something that you'd be interested in. So with that being said, everybody, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you join the community. We're doing grounded videos. We're going to be doing some more V Rising. Core Keeper is another survival game that we're playing, so check us out. We do a lot of stuff here. So with that being said, take care of yourself, everybody. Take care of each other. And as always, stay original, my friends. We'll see you guys in the next video. Later.